Before passwords, before encryption, before two-factor authentication even existed, there were engineers building security systems so complex they wouldn't be matched for centuries. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going back 800 years, to a time when European kings couldn't read their own names, when washing your face was considered dangerous, and when Muslim engineers were building mechanical locks with over 4 billion possible combinations. I'm talking about Ismail al-Jazari, the man history calls the father of robotics, and the nearly forgotten genius al-Asturlabi al-Isfahani. These weren't just inventors, they were the original privacy pioneers, and what they built in 1206 might just change how you think about the security on your phone today. It was during these golden centuries that a towering genius emerged. Ismail ibn al-Razaz al-Jazari, the man the modern world respectfully calls the father of robotics. One of his well-known inventions is the locking board, or combination lock mechanism, featuring an alphabet, using letters instead of numbers, described in the Topkapi manuscript of 1206, was created by Ismail ibn al-Razaz al-Jazari, commonly known as al-Jazari. This specific device is detailed in his masterpiece, the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, completed in 1206 CE, which is preserved in the Topkapi Palace Museum in Istanbul. The mechanism. Al-Jazari designed a chest casket with a 4-dial combination lock. Unlike modern numeric locks, this device used Arabic letters. The user had to align 4 dials to the correct sequence of letters to open the lid. As for the complexity of the lock, while the exact number of combinations varies in descriptions depending on the specific manuscript illustration or surviving artifact, Al-Jazari's design is noted for its complexity, often cited as having 16 positions per dial, using 16 distinct letters, which would theoretically allow for 65,136 combinations, though some interpretations suggest higher complexity due to internal pin mechanisms. Imagine every time someone tried to break into Al-Jazari house, they would end up creating an entirely new sequence of numbers on their own, which is not only hilarious, but also would serve as an extra layer of security for his home. Now, if you think Al-Jazari's 65,000 combinations were impressive, let me introduce you to someone who took this obsession with security even further. Meet Abu al-Abbas Ahmad ibn al-Asturlabi al-Isfahani, a name that tells you exactly what he did. Al-Asturlabi literally means the astrolabe maker. These weren't just navigational tools, they were the computers of the medieval world. Intricate brass discs with rotating components, gear ratios, and precision-cut plates that could calculate everything from prayer times to planetary positions. Working with that level of mechanical precision in 1200 CE Isfahan, al-Isfahani understood something fundamental. Security is mathematics. Around 1201 CE, he built a mechanical lock that defies belief. While Al-Jazari used 4 dials with 16 positions each, Al-Isfahani's design incorporated 32 independent rotating rings, each one capable of multiple positions. The math works out to 4,294,967,296 distinct keys. To put that in perspective, if you tried one combination every single second, working 24 hours a day without stopping, it would take you 136 years to exhaust every possibility. But here's what makes it engineering genius, not just math. The lock wasn't just about the number of combinations, it was about the mechanism itself. When the correct sequence is entered, it doesn't just unlock. It releases an inner metal plate that's mechanically linked to both the external handle and the internal locking bolt. This means the handle is completely decoupled from the mechanism until the exact moment of authentication. Even if you smashed the external housing, you couldn't force the bolt. Even if you drilled into the mechanism, the internal plate wouldn't budge without the precise rotational alignment of all 32 rings simultaneously. This is in 1201 CE. No precision machining, no computer-aided design, just hand-cut brass, astronomical-level precision, and an understanding that security isn't about building thicker walls. It's about making the math work against your adversary. To the people of his time, this would have seemed like sorcery. But it wasn't magic. It was applied mathematics, executed with craftsmanship so precise that modern engineers still study these devices to understand how they achieved such tolerances without modern tools. So here's the takeaway. The battle between security and intrusion isn't new. Al-Jazari and Al-Isfahani understood something we seem to forget, that true security isn't about hiding, it's about complexity. It's about making the cost of entry so high, the attacker moves on. 4 billion combinations in 1201. No electricity, no silicon, just brass, ingenuity, and an understanding that privacy is worth engineering for. If you're using password 123 right now, these guys are judging you from the afterlife. Hit subscribe if you want more stories about the forgotten history of privacy and security. Drop a comment. What's your method for keeping your digital life locked down? And I'll see you in the next one. Stay secure.